All right. So, I hated this game. Yes, that's right. We're talking about Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on the Sega Saturn. That's right. That's right. I'm talking about that one. Right. Why am I talking about that one? I'll tell you why. Because when this game came out, right? When this game came out, right after we got MK3 on the PlayStation 1, and I had a PlayStation 1, right? I expected... I'm gonna let my character die so I can go back to the main menu. I expected with 100% certainty that we would get Ultimate MK3 as the next follow-up release in the MK series on the PlayStation 1. What do I find out? I'll tell you what I find out. I find out that this game decided to go exclusive to the Sega Saturn. Now, I've always been a Sega fanboy my whole life, right? Although I didn't get the Saturn because I had to choose between the PS1 or the Sega Saturn. I went with the PS1 because it had MK3 on it as one of the primary reasons why I got it. And I'm like, you mean to tell me that you just got an exclusivity for essentially like DLC? The DLC game? Are you serious? I was mad as shit. Right? Which is why, like, one of the reasons why I get so excited over, like, MK Trilogy is because MK Trilogy got around that exclusivity by changing the name and adding content. And by doing those two things, essentially, it's a new product. Right? And eventually, obviously, the Saturn got Mortal Kombat Trilogy as well. And eventually... right, in the Midway arcade collections, and I think it was it the bonus disc for Deception? I think it was. Was that the one? Or was it that one, or Armageddon, where we got Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, right? But I want to show something, right? Because there is, as far as I can tell, right, this is what's really bad about Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on the Saturn, right, is that there is no discernible difference in the main menu, right? So when we get to this screen here, if you watch my previous video, you'll see the exact same MK3 logo spinning and the same cube, including access to the secret menu here, which allows you to then obviously turn on all the secret characters, just like how you could turn on like smoke in Mortal Kombat 3. But there's no difference here. This is how lazy it was. This is how lazy it was. Right? Unreal. Now, obviously, when you get to this part, naturally, we get the actual Ultimate MK3 setting, right, with the menu. But I tell you what, man, this really, when Sega did this, it really jilted me. Like, I mean, really, really jilted me in a major way, right? Because I really wanted Ultimate MK3 because it had one of my favorite characters in it, which is Scorpion, right? And then we got Reptile back, which we hadn't had in standard MK3, and the last time he was in MK2. So then, like, I'm sitting there going, man, this is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit, right? Couldn't get over it. Still can't get over it. Not over it. Right? It's just going to be one of those things. I think my buttons are kind of messed up, sort of. What have I got? Oh, I got my run. Oh, I got my run on that one. There we go. Okay, so I got blocked there. So, as far as a port goes, it's fine. Like, it's a perfectly suitable port from the arcade, right? But what really bugs me though is like it's so it is so lazy, like in terms of like the menu part. You know, like I'm just like, really, you couldn't have had like the like an ultimate MK3 logo spinning there instead of just standard MK3. You couldn't have had a different menu. They literally just copy and pasted the same menu before you get into the selection, right? Of like single player and then so on and so on. But I tell you what, man. I tell you what. In the end, we ended up winning, right? As like PlayStation fans, and of course, obviously N64, because N64, like they got Mythology Sub-Zero, they got MK4, but before that, the only 2D game that they got in MK was Mortal Kombat Trilogy. So they missed out on MK3, they missed out on Ultimate MK3, and then obviously like they couldn't ignore Trilogy, but obviously there were limitations with that as well. And so yeah, that was pretty crazy, man. I'm still salty about that. After all this time, I'm still salty. And that's why I love Trilogy so much. Right, because that was the very first time in gaming history I saw them subvert another release to be able to bypass the exclusivity rights and give us Trilogy. And what do we get with Trilogy? We got it was like Ultimate MK3 on steroids. We got every character. Okay. And I'd have to, maybe somebody in the chat can tell me when Trilogy came out for the Saturn, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't straight away. Could be wrong, but let me know. All right. But otherwise, this is fine. Like this is perfectly acceptable. You know, as a port, I'm gonna eventually like do a review on this, so so that way I'll have like everything sort of, you know, together. But yeah, man, this is like the text. I noticed like the text seems a little bit more blurry. I don't remember it being that blurry on Trilogy. Do you? I don't remember it being that bad. I could be wrong. I'll have to double check. So, but yeah, like it was oh this just completely missed me. Oh, this is throwing me off not having my block button in the right spot. Because normally I have my block button here, but it's stuck on this one. I hate it there, man. Right, runs on this one. I gotta swap them over in the config later. But I can't be asked doing it with this, you know, for this one. But yeah, this is. No, I'm not over it, man. I'm still salty. Even though we got Trilogy. Now, should they put this in the Legacy Collection as DLC? Absolutely, 100%. You gotta have it all in there, man. You gotta have it all in there, because otherwise, like, you know, and I mean like down the track, like as DLC, but like, you know, it's like a little piece of history. This exclusivity deal was big back then for MK fans, and in order to play Ultimate, you would have then had to go get a Saturn, which I never did. And then I remember my mate came to me. I can't remember. I think it was a GamePro or something. I can't remember. I've got the pictures actually now. And he goes, "Check this out." And he showed me the very first picture. It was the N64 character select screen, because we at that point we hadn't seen the PlayStation 1 version. So the N64 version is like, holy shit, dude, who's this? Who's, you know, like I couldn't believe like what I was looking at, and it just eclipsed what we were getting on Ultimate MK3. And then of course eventually we saw the PlayStation 1 character select screen. I'm like, dude, there's like 2 Sub-Zeros, dude, bosses, dude, right? This was wild. And that's the cool thing about Trilogy. Like, it's not meant to be played super serious. Like, it is just, like, they've always said that, like, Mortal Kombat games, like party games, and I agree with that. But like, I don't take them that seriously, in that regard, especially like Trilogy in that sense, because it's just, they just threw everything in there and just said, have some fun. Just have some fun, man. Right, that's all you gotta do, just have some fun. So, but anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. I'm the only one that's salty. I'm the only one that's salty. Anyway, guys, catch you next time.